Okay, we're rolling.
All right, this is an interview in Seaford, New York, home interview, 2nd of August, 2004, approximately 2:30 p.m. Interviewers are Wayne Clark and Mike Russert. Could you give me your full name, date of birth, and place of birth?
March 11th, 1915, I think. I can't even remember that. 16 or...
It was 1919.
1919?
Okay, yes, 1919.
I'm 81.
Okay. Where were you born?
I was born in New York, upstate New York. I don't know where, because my wife died, my mother died giving birth to me.
Oh, okay. What is your name? We didn't get your full name.
Louis DeFichy, D-E-F-I-C-H-Y.
Okay. What was your educational background prior to entering service?
Prior to entering service, high school primarily, and I didn't go to college until I got out of the service.
Okay. Do you remember where you were and your reaction when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
I heard about Pearl Harbor, yeah. I was at, let's see, Mitchel Field.
Okay, you were in the service then.
I was still in the service. I was in the Air Corps. I had transferred from the 3rd Cavalry to Mitchel Field, Air Force.
Okay.
1st Air Force.
Do you remember the reaction of...
Tremendous reaction.
Where was Mitchel Field?
In Garden City, Long Island.
Okay. So,
it's an air base.
Yes. Now, were you drafted or did you enlist?
I enlisted in the 3rd Cavalry in Virginia, Fort Myer, Virginia.
Okay. Why did you enlist in the Army? Why did you select the Army?
Just wacky at the time and loved horses.
Did you? Now, when you, where did you go for your basic training?
Fort Myer, Virginia.
Okay, yes, you said that. Now, when you were there, did you ride horses?
Yeah, right, every day, and I was a company clerk. I had two captains above me, Captain Polk, I can't remember the other guy's name, who always thought we were going to get involved in war. And I was the company clerk that did whatever they asked me to do.
Now, could you tell us about your training with horses?
Oh, yeah.
You must have been one of the last people who were...
Yeah, well, we'd ride one and lead two. Lead two with the halter. And because it was short of personnel. And picket line, you'd have to clean the picket line. You'd have maybe 10 horses lined up. You'd have to pick up the manure all along with the pitchfork. And we went on maneuvers upstate New York, places like that.
Where'd you go? Fort Drum or?
Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh, okay.
Yeah, went on maneuvers up there. And let's see what else we did.
Did you have mules too, or just horses?
No, we just had horses. They were all herd-bound. See, the trouble with the cavalry, most of the horses are herd-bound. And they put me on a scouting mission, and it was tough to get the horse to do what the commander wanted me to do. You know, go here and go there. You couldn't do it. They'd throw their head back and all. But it was quite an experience being with horses, which I eventually thought perhaps someday I'd be a horse trainer. Never worked out.
Did you carry a saber, a sword?
Yeah, oh, everything.
Did you carry
the cavalry? We had
sword?
I had a saber, a .45, and a Garand rifle. Boots, campaign hat, all that equipment.
Now, did you carry the rifle on the
on the saddle? We had, yeah.
Okay.
We were, and we had inspections every Friday. Foot locker. All the equipment has to be stripped apart. The rifle, the pistol, and the saber. That we were like a show, which they are now. They're a show place now, but at that time we were in the show place, but we were there. But what we did do also, we used to. I used to be responsible for sending GIs to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, on duty. That was part of the duty.
Okay, how long were you with the 3rd Cavalry?
Close to 2 years, less than 2 years.
Did you ever get bitten? Did you ever get bitten by any of the horses?
No, no.
Now, were you assigned to grooming the horses also?
No, you did it. You had to do it anyway. You groomed horses. You took care of them, plucked their heels and all, cleaned out the manure and all that stuff, fed them. It was quite a job. But as I mentioned, the two officers in charge were great. They were West Point graduates, and they were very tough. And at that time, GIs were getting something like, what, $31 a month? See? And we had guys in the outfit who used to borrow your civilian clothes and take them to town and hawk them in my outfit. It was, and we had another guy who I had to do the court trial on that, the charges. He, in other words, forced himself onto a young recruit, and we had to put him away. His name was Punchy Arrows, and I forget the name. Now, what else?
Okay. Did you, when you were on your maneuvers, what kind of tents did you live in? Sleep in
Normal tents, yeah. We put up our own tents and everything.
Just like the A-frame
tents? Yeah, the
tents?
A-frame and the kitchen there, you know, and all that stuff. Pretty good food.
Okay. Now, how did you end up in the Air Force?
Well, I wanted to be with the wife. And
now,
so
when did you get married?
I can't remember the date.
But while you were in service?
Yeah.
In the Cavalry?
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, we were both nothing people living in Brooklyn. And so I asked the captain for a transfer, and he agreed. He said, "You want to go where you want to go," Louis said. And luckily, I was transferred to Mitchel Field, and the base commander used to have his own horse based on the base. And that's one of the reasons, I guess, he accepted my transfer. And then they put me in the gym, and I became a phys ed director.
Did you also work with the horse that belonged to the general?
No, he had they call them dog robbers. He had a groom, the GI, who took care of his horses. And the groom was a trainer from California, Wayne Stuckey. And
now,
Colonel Johnson was his name.
Why did you decide to go to the Air Force, the Army Air Corps?
Just be near.
Your wife, okay.
Yeah, the only place I could think of was Mitchel Field.
Yeah, all right. Now, was she able to live on the base with you?
No.
Even though you were enlisted?
No.
Or?
She lived in an apartment in Ridgewood. And
What rank were you at that time?
I was a staff sergeant.
Oh, okay.
I had a rank, and I became a tech sergeant later.
Now, what did you do as a phys ed?
Mitchel Field, it was amazing. We used to set up GIs to condition them physically on obstacle courses and things like that. And then we had programs in the gym, phys ed programs in the gym. And what we did have there was the best basketball team in the country, I thought. What happened? The LIU basketball team, which was coached by Claire B., 7 of them enlisted in the air at Camp Upton. And I called Camp Upton, and I heard about it, and I got them all to be transferred to Mitchel Field. So we had one of the best basketball. They beat service teams, they beat professional teams, and if it wasn't for the war, LIU would have won the NIT or the national championship. They were that good. And one of the players, Cy Labello, eventually got sent overseas, and he was killed in the Battle of the Bulge. But the other guys, I don't know when the hell they went, but we had a hell of a... We had basketball and boxing every week in the gym, and for the benefit of the GIs, and a tremendous crowd. We played the service teams or some pro teams, and then we had a baseball team, I thought of minor league caliber, and we played 1 or 2 major league teams at the base, and we always had guest people coming over to visit the gym.
I saw on the sheet you said Sugar Ray Robinson was there.
Oh, now that's another thing.
Okay.
We had a colored outfit that was stationed in Santini at Mitchel Field. And Santini was a colored area. And the colored area was amazing. So Ray Robinson and George Nicholson, Joe Louis' sparring partner, were in that outfit. And Ray used to put, I was the phys ed, one of the phys ed directors. I used to put on the boxing shows. And he'd do anything for me. He'd Lou, tell me what you want. So you get in the station wagon, go to Harlem, get 4 guys, and bring them back to the base and box exhibitions. And that was great. And then George Nicholson, we had him box some exhibitions. It wasn't like Ray Robinson. And eventually they got transferred. That's when you had the color line in the Army.
Yes. Yeah. Now, Ray Robinson, how well did you know him? Did you know
At that time we were very good friends, and then later on, nothing. But he was very cooperative. I'll never forget. And we had other boxers there. We had Marvin, Bryant, a middleweight contender, Kid McCoy, he was there, Adam Pianga, Tommy Marlowe. We had a lot of fighters. And we had one wrestler called John Gudisky. He put on the professional crap that you see now. But they caught him putting pamphlets in lockers, so they sent him away. He was all right though, John. And let's see who else we had there. The baseball team, a lot of minor league and ex-major league ball players. Kenny Pine. The manager was Tony Rinaldi. And they had a hell of a record. So sports was a great thing at Mitchel Field. And it provided a lot of entertainment for the GIs that were stationed there. And then we also had a newsletter that came out once a week. The gym was always full. And we used to call up Newsday. I'd call up Newsday and give them the results whenever we had basketball games or baseball games. That's how I got associated with Newsday. And they were very cooperative, published all the... Now what else?
Well, just so you spent until you were discharged at Mitchel Field.
No, from Mitchel Field I got shipped out.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that here. Where did you go from there?
CBI.
Oh, okay, I see you said CBI. All right, how did you get over to...
Get rid of all the guys that have been stationed at Mitchel Field. They've been there too long. Get them out. That's what happened. Because I was first sent to a base in in Louisville. And then, boom, I was shipped right back to Mitchel Field and then shipped out to CBI because I was there too long at Mitchel Field.
Did you go by ship or did you fly?
Well, we went by ship. It took 30 days. Liberty ship.
Yeah.
And then I forget that one. I used to sneak into the kitchen and act like a KP so I could grab some more food. Then I was CBI. At first I was in intelligence.
Whereabouts did you land once you got to China, Burma, India?
I got India. We landed in India, Karachi, and then from there we get where else we went in India. From India I got transferred to China.
What part of China?
I was stationed at Kunming.
Okay.
Right, quite a while.
Where the Flying Tigers were.
Right, yeah, by the base, nice base. And I worked for a captain there, and I was in public relations. So I used to send that stuff home about the GIs being stationed there, you know, all these press releases.
Now, did you know any of the original Flying Tigers?
No, never got to meet any of them.
Okay.
I got to meet some war correspondents, that's all. And a lot of black market going on while I was there.
In what way? What was happening?
I didn't smoke. I used to go to the local town and palm off my cigarettes, get money for them. Cotton the cigarettes, make money. But the captain I worked with, all right. I loved the G2 better because I used to brief the pilots on what to expect if they go down and they go over the hump. I liked that job better.
And what kind of aircraft were they flying out of your field?
47, 46s.
Okay. Did you ever go up in?
Yeah. Matter of fact, they came back on a 47.
Now, what was the unit you were with?
And at the Air Force? I don't remember.
Okay. Did they decorate their jackets? Do you remember?
No. Nothing unusual.
Okay.
No combat. We were lucky. No war there.
Okay.
Just the pilots, they're the ones that had the problems.
Did you have much contact with the Chinese people there at all? The
Yeah,
Chinese
yeah.
Army?
We had a girl, Chinese secretary, and then when I'd go to town. In fact, one GI was smart. He was there quite a while. He was running a bar in town, making good money.
Mm-hmm.
The GIs would patronize this place. But, no, it was horrible. I didn't like it, Kunming.
Why not?
I think Kunming is now another name.
Yeah.
That's Beijing now?
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Beijing.
they changed
Yeah.
the name.
Why didn't you like it there?
I just didn't care for it.
Well,
I'm lucky. No combat, again.
Was there any problems with like malaria or tropical
Yes,
diseases?
I contracted midweek dysentery.
Uh-huh.
And we were taking pills for malaria all the time. But they kept me in the hospital for 2 weeks with amoebic dysentery.
Now, did your airfield ever get bombed by the Japanese?
Never. We were lucky. Nothing. It was like a vacation.
Okay.
Drive around the Jeep all over the town.
Did you ever have any USO shows come into your
Yes,
base?
but there were nothing, yeah.
Just
Nothing exciting. Nothing unusual.
Did you ever see General Chennault at all?
No, but there's plenty of black market by the Chinese people. Tremendous. They'd even, these big wheels on the planes they'd sell. They'd steal them. Chennault didn't help much, I thought. My memory of CBI. I wouldn't go back there.
Now, did you get over to Burma at all?
No. Just China. India and China. Short stay in India and then China.
how long were you in China?
About a year, and then I had enough points to be shipped back. Because I had one child. She was pregnant. So that, the points, and all the service I had. Again, I went in 1940. That's a lot of points. And I was able to get out early. In fact, I remember what happened. The charge of quarters came in and told me one night, "You got to go tomorrow, Lou. Goodbye." Saw the orders, and she gave them to me, and that was it. Then I shipped back by plane. But I never stopped anywhere. I just wanted to get back home. I could have seen everything on the way back.
Were you discharged before the war was over then?
Yeah,
So what, about 44 or so, do you think?
yeah.
Okay. After you were discharged, where did you go and live?
I lived
Returned to
in
New York?
Ridgewood with the wife.
Uh-huh.
She had an apartment in Glendale, which is actually Ridgewood. And I was looking for work. I worked a short time in the unemployment office, and we used to get a lot of GIs. And this woman in charge is, "Now I want you to ask everyone if they're looking for a job. Ask them all the time, are you looking for work?" And I wouldn't always ask, "How could you ask a GI? He's a guy who comes out of the service. You know, he might be a veteran, got hurt and all that." I wouldn't ask, so she'd stand behind me to listen. And then she fired me. That was that job. That was right in Queens Plaza, unemployment office for GIs. And then eventually I got a job with Newsday. It was between Newsday and the Daily News. Too bad I didn't take the Daily News. Newsday offered me $45 a week, and Daily News $40. I work as a sports writer, you know, or sports assistant. And I took the Newsday job, and I worked in Newsday for many years. I
You
think
ever, I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
finish.
no.
No, if you're,
I think I would have done better with Daily News.
okay. Did you ever make use of the GI Bill?
Yeah, I went to NYU for a while, and the new school.
Okay. How about the 52-20 Club? Did
I
you
took care of that all the way.
Okay,
I had nothing.
yeah. Did you join any veterans organizations
Nope.
at all?
Never did. I wasn't interested in parade and saluting and all that stuff. Matter of fact, in the Army, I used to duck saluting.
Did you keep in contact with anybody you served with?
And, I did for a while, but a lot of them died. In fact, there's only one guy left now who lives in Florida, Colby Gunther, one of the basketball players, who requested a transfer from Mitchel Field to go in the paratroops. And he got hurt. And he lives in Florida, and he calls me once in a while. That's the only guy left. The manager of the baseball team, I used to keep in contact. He died. A lot of them died. We had weightlifters there. We had marathon runners.
How do you think your time in in service had changed or affected your life? Do you think it did?
Well, I guess it may be more stable, I guess.
You probably wouldn't have gone on to college, would you,
Right.
if it hadn't have been for the GI Bill?
That's right, definitely. The Army, I had no complaints against the Army, except the poor pay at the beginning.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your interview.
That's all right.